All right, the next comedian is a very funny lady. She has become the mother of Tomato Tuesday. She is a very funny woman. I love her so much. Debi Drecksler.
As they say in Yiddish, ich bin a guter Mädel. That's a lot for my ears to take, the little mantra that we have going here. Oy vey. My name is Debi Drecksler, and I'm going to ask that everybody in this room who's 40 or under be very respectful to me because I am old enough to be your mother. I used to perform comedy across the street at the Asheville Comedy Club. Anybody remember that club? Okay. I did have 6 fans. That was quite a lot for before Facebook. Anyway, the club closed down, no fault of mine. And what a surprise for downtown Asheville. It became a bar on one side and a sushi restaurant on the other. I don't want to hear people in Asheville complaining we're in the middle of a recession. What recession? Have you been downtown lately? There's like a sushi bar in every restaurant. People waiting in line for an hour. For what? To sit their tuchus down in a hard chair and pay too much money for a couple of pieces of raw fish? And they say, my people, Jewish people, we're brilliant entrepreneurs. I don't see anybody paying 12, 14 bucks for a piece of my gefilte fish. I come from a very big Russian Jewish family. Big! I've got over 200 cousins. My father was one of 9 children, and my mother was one of 4. We populated like flies. My father was your typical, very, very strict Jewish father. My Christian friends, they had it a lot easier than me. When they wanted to go on a date, all they had to do is show their father their boyfriend's proof of baptism. My father took them in the next room and asked for proof of circumcision. Have any of you ever heard of Jewish guilt? All mothers show guilt, right? They all have guilt. They give you the guilt. But Jewish guilt, it's like this. And my mother, I remember once I wanted to go on a date with a foreign exchange student. And I brought the boy home and I said, Mom, I've got a nice boy in the other room and I want to go out with him. And he's a foreign exchange student. She says, oh, is he Jewish? I said, Ma, Jewish. I don't know if they have Jews in Sweden. She said to me, go and enjoy. And when you come home, I'll be hanging in the closet. And my mother, who back then, like all mothers of that generation, they had a thing about their daughter's weight. One day my mother said to me, Debi, your tuchus is getting so big. The only boy that's ever going to like you is going to be Latino. I said, Mom, with all due respect, that's real intimidating. We live in Miami. And did you ever notice how many Jewish families start with a boy? My family was no exception. It was like a genetic mutation. This is why they do it. So there'll always be a big brother to torture the little sister. My brother used to write on the gym wall at Miami Beach Senior High School for a really bad time called Debbie Neville. And he used to threaten to cut off male body parts of any guy who had the nerve to come near me. Didn't do much for my social life. My gorgeous husband sat next to me in homeroom in 11th grade. There was a little chemistry going on there. You think he asked me out? What, are you kidding? He wouldn't ask me out till 8 years after high school. We're married 33 years. He still won't tell my brother where we live. But I gotta tell you, I do love my brother. I learned all my morals and values from my older brother. He didn't believe in premarital sex. He just married every girl he wanted to sleep with. Wife number 1, 2, 3 kind of came and went, and all I can tell you is they got younger each time. But wife number 4, a little cute Latin girl, I loved her. She and I became good friends. A couple of years back, I said to her, I have my 40th high school reunion coming up. She says, oh, Debbie, what year did you graduate high school? I said, 1968. She says, oh, Debbie, we have something so exciting in common. I said, what is it, sweetie? She says, that's the year that I was born. I'm Debi Drecksler. Thank you.
One more time for Debi Drecksler, ladies and gentlemen. Debbie, if I can borrow a word and take it to the hood, it would be tookus. That's when I'm like, hey, sit your tookus down.